Hello friends, welcome back to another one of my videos. Probably a video you didn't expect to see on my channel because it kind of came out of the blue. For me, it seems like this topic has been just like all over social media. It's been all over my feed, in my DMs, because I've had so many people ask me questions related to getting implants, boob jobs, all of it. So I just figured, okay, me seeing this all the time is a sign that I just need to sit down, do a video over it, because it is something I had been planning on doing, but I figured I probably wouldn't do it until next competition season, just because that's when I tend to get asked the most questions about it. Obviously, like, I was sitting over on my counter, not on my counter, sitting at my counter studying all day, and so I have no makeup on. I have, like, well, I guess from here up I look pretty put together. I have these Nike compression shorts on that are literally from when I was in middle school, so it's just a very casual video because I wasn't planning on talking about this, but here we are. So, you already saw the title. This is about boobs, getting implants, and I'm just gonna kind of go through, like, my personal thoughts, and obviously it's just that. They are my thoughts. I want to start by saying that I do not judge anyone for any decision they make regarding if they get implants or not. Everyone has their own journey. Everyone goes through their own experiences and feels a certain way in their body, and whatever. Like, I'm completely supportive of other people's decisions to not get them, to get them. It's whatever. But this is just me giving my opinion because it has been everywhere recently, I feel like everywhere. Courtney King talked about it, Brooke Entz talked about it, and a bunch of other girls have been talking about it recently, like getting implants, getting them taken out, why they're getting them taken out. So, like I said, this is just gonna kind of be a very chill video talking about my opinion and kind of going through the questions that I've had people ask me. So, first off, just gonna get it right out there. I've had a bunch of people ask me, more this last prep than my one before, if I would ever get implants, and if implants affect your ability to place well in bikini competitions or just competing in general. And so, first off, growing up, I have always been extremely flat-chested. You guys probably noticed that about me. I'm definitely not a busty human, and I used to hate that. Like, I used to be so insecure growing up. I told my mom from, oh my gosh, I don't know. You know the age when you start randomly putting on your mom's clothes, or at least I did, and I would put on her bras and like, I'm gonna get big boobs someday, and then big boobs never came. That just wasn't in the cards for me, and I kept telling my mom, I was like, I'm gonna get fake boobs as soon as I can. I'm gonna get my boobies done. I want big boobs. Hashtag big boobs. And then the older I got, like, it bothered me throughout middle school and high school because everyone else was going through puberty, everyone else was maturing around me as far as their chest region is concerned, and I just never got that. And then it just became a thing. Like, this was my body, I got used to it, and now I actually really love the way, like, I can wear really low cut shirts and not look slutty because I don't have cleavage hanging out, and I love the way just like a nice simple chest looks. I like being able to see my chest muscles, and I like being able to see just my chest in general. Like, I think it looks really pretty without big boobs being in the way. Not that it doesn't look pretty if you're gifted with them. Like, I'm just saying, I became very, like, I started to become confident and just like liked the way I looked. I started to become insecure, or started to not be insecure, which is obviously a really positive thing. So the answer to if I will get my boobs done, probably not. Never say never, but as of right now, I am very content with not having boobs because it's my body and it just doesn't bother me anymore. If I was really insecure with it, and if I felt that would not make my quality of life better, because at the end of the day it's just implants, but if it would make me more happy with myself and just like I would feel better looking in the mirror, and if you have an insecurity that really weighs on you, then obviously I would probably get them done, because one, I would never get them. This is kind of going into the competition question. I would never get them because I felt pressure from other people to get them. Like, I would never get them because a coach or someone, if someone told me, you'll place better if you have fake boobs, I would be like, okay, cool. I'll find a way to place well without fake boobs because I don't want them. And on the other hand, I would never not get boobs. Like, I would never not get my boobs done if someone told me they didn't want me to. Like, at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I want, and I encourage all of you to do what you want. Like, all of the ladies I've been seeing recently have been doing a wonderful job posting and not letting other people's opinions get in their way, because at the end of the day, it's your opinion, it's your body, you have to live with it. So like, who cares what other people think, honestly? But yeah, so I don't think I'll ever get mine done. It's just not something I want to do. It's super expensive, and you have to keep getting them redone, which is like, honestly, one of the, that's a small reason as to why I don't want to get them done. The main reason is I personally, there are some cases where they look great on girls. I personally don't like the way fake boobs look on athletic builds. Like, athletic females who have muscle, it just seems like it never really looks natural. And there are some girls out there that they get the right size, and them and their doctor do a wonderful job picking out of the correct CC, and you know, it looks really flattering on their chest and it looks natural. I personally, I have very wide breasts. Like, mine are very wide set. So an implant on me, regardless, I just don't think I would like the way they look, because they would have to be farther out, because that's just simply where like my breast pockets or whatever it is, that's where they're set. So I don't want that. One, I just don't think that would look good on me. Two, it's not a coincidence that a lot of athletic girls, or girls who have been athletic their whole life, tend to get breast implants, because when you're athletic, you're building more muscle, you tend to lose a lot of your breast tissue because it's fat, and so you lose that fat and then you just build more muscle, so you end up with generally a smaller chest. And I totally get how that can be uncomfortable for some girls, but it looks like sometimes, or a lot of time, at least the girls that I have seen, when you get super lean like that, it's very hard to not see the implant. You know what I mean? Where it just looks like two big melons or something, even if they're not that big. It's just because there's no fat on you, so there's no buffer between the implant and your skin. It's just like boob. So I'm not a huge fan of that either. I definitely am like, I like to think I'm a very natural person. I don't like wearing makeup that much. I don't know. And once again, I just don't think they look good on me. Now, that was like one of the main reasons. Now, recently, I have also learned, because my mom was gonna get a breast augmentation, oh my gosh, when I was back in middle school, I think. And then the more research she did into it, the more research she did, and she was talking to her doctor, they already had her size picked out and everything, and then she ended up changing her mind, because with any surgery, there's a lot of risks that go along with it. And obviously there's tons of women who have fake boobs, tons of women who aren't affected. But on my end, and this kind of goes back to, I don't have the desire to have them enough to even risk having some complications with it. To me, I would be mad at myself, because like, I didn't even want them this bad. Why would I get them? There are a lot of girls who tend to get sick from implants. I mean, you're putting a foreign object into your body, so there's always going to be a chance for a complication when it comes to that. But Sarah Mann's, the fitness lioness, I don't know if you guys follow her, she is in Columbus, and I recently seen her posting. She had a lot of stuff happen, just like hormone wise and just internally, that she ended up finding out was from the implants from having implants. And I've just seen more recently a lot of girls starting to get their implants taken out, either because they don't like the way they look, because they have a very athletic build and the implants just they didn't set the way they want them to, like they just didn't look the way they envisioned them looking. And then also I've just heard a lot of stories and heard a lot of girls talk about how they either inhibit them from being able to work out the way they want to, like lifting chest, benching, like that's all stuff I enjoy. Not to say you're not able to. I have just heard females I know specifically say that they just tend to be a lot more careful when they're lifting chest for obvious reasons. And you know, once again, coming back to, if having bigger boobs is like that important to you, then training chest a little lighter or something, or easier manipulating your workouts and tailoring them to having implants wouldn't be a big deal. But for me, once again, I don't want breast implants bad enough to have to make life changes and worry about certain things. So that is kind of my stand. I am so supportive of the girls who are choosing to get them done or have gotten them done, because I was there. Like I told you, when I was younger, man, I was like hell bent on getting a breast augmentation. I was like, as soon as I'm old enough, I'm getting fake boobs. I'm so insecure. I feel like I look like a little boy, and I hated it. Like, I was so insecure. I used to stuff my bra. Yeah, it was just not good. I didn't like it. So if I still felt that way, I would 100% get them and not care about what other people thought. I would still obviously be very cautious of the risks, just like I would be with any surgery, but that's just not the case anymore. I'm confident with how I look. I actually like the way my chest looks. I like being able to not have to wear, like, I could literally go running without a bra on. Like, I won't do that because it would look kind of funky and I would probably feel uncomfortable. But like, I never have back pain because my boobs, because hello, they don't weigh anything because there's nothing there. I can wear any sports bra I want and not have to worry about cleavage popping out or not having enough support. Like, I've just gotten used to how my body is and I like it a lot. So I feel like I just talked so much. What's it at? Almost 13 minutes? That's not too terrible. But yeah, I just figured I would talk about that because I have had so many questions. I got a few questions my first year I competed about if I would ever get implants. And I guess I should also mention which I don't know, I guess I feel like this is already probably pretty obvious. If I were to get implants, it would definitely not be for competing. No. And I don't think I ever talked about this question. So I got actually very irritated. I was in between the Arnold and the Natural Ohio. So I had already competed at the Arnold and I was getting ready for the Natural Ohio this year. And this dude messaged me, mind you, a dude, not even a female who can like relate, messaged me saying something along the lines of like, you know, not to be rude, but he realized I'm flat chested and does he think I would do better? Or no, this is why it irritated me so much. It was the day after the Natural Ohio and I was like bummed out about my results at first, and then I was happy with how I did, whatever, you know. I was really happy with my package, so I ended up being fine with it. But the next day he messaged me saying he knows I had small boobs and if I think I didn't place well because I have small boobs. And I just got so furious because even if that was the case, I just refuse to believe that. Maybe that's me being naive, but I don't think so. I have seen girls get their pro card and compete at pro shows who don't have implants. And like, yes, bikini is all about symmetry and just overall proportions, but I mean, you can stuff those suits, guys. Like, my bikini, one, has like so much padding in it already, and then you can stuff that thing if you need to. So you can fill it up real nice. But I just don't think you have to have fake boobs to compete. And that's just my thoughts. I don't think you have to have fake boobs to be competitive, like to actually do well. I just don't believe it. And one of the girls who's getting them right now that I follow, she just had her breast augmentation, and right before she got it, she got her pro card and competed at her first pro show and made top 10 without boobs, just as flat as I am. So that just gives me confidence and tells me that I definitely don't need them to do well. And that's good news for me because I just don't see implants in the future for me for all the reasons I listed before. 1, it's expensive. 2, you have to get them redone. 3, there's a lot of situations where I've just heard some horror stories on the effects that people have had from them that I'm just not willing to even chance it because I don't want them that bad. And 4, I do not like the way, I know I wouldn't like the way they look on my body, and I'm not a huge fan on just how they look on athletic females in general. I would, if I ever did want them, I would want them to look very, very, very natural, which I feel like most girls do. And I just think it's very hard to execute on athletic builds because we don't have much to work with there already, and we have muscle, and there's just something in my head. Maybe it doesn't look natural to me because I know naturally most athletic females don't have boobs, and if you, like, the girls who maintain them have beautiful chests, like, that's amazing. But there's just a lot of athletic females who don't have big boobs because they're athletic. They build muscle, they are normally low body fat. So yeah. I just feel like I talk so fast. I'm so thirsty now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I know this is kind of random, obviously. I was literally just sitting over there studying, and I'm like, do I make the video? Do I not? Do I make the video? And I just shut my book. I was like, all right, we're gonna sit down and record this because I just feel like I've been surrounded by fake boobs recently. My entire feed on Instagram has been about breast augmentation. Like, Courtney King is getting hers out. Sarah Mans is getting hers out. I know a couple girls getting them done. The one girl just got hers done. The other one gets them done soon. Brooke Ens just got hers redone. Like, there's just, I feel like I've been surrounded by boobs. So I feel like I needed to do this video. But yeah, I'm going to conclude that here, and I will see you guys in the next video, probably a vlog, like full day of eating or something.